yes, y'all. Yes, y'all. You know what it is. It's them kids and wives and 9 to 5s, but we are still married to the games 116?
Yes.
116.
Yeah, that sounds right. Let's just go with that.
I don't know why I had 115.
It's always going to be
down.
a question mark after the number now because we're starting to lose track. We're like 116?
No, 116.
That's awesome.
It's your boy.
151/B -2.
Exactly. Underscore.
Yeah, exactly.
3785.
Hashtag.
It's your boy Gabe Patillo with Tim Router and Timothy Hall, of course. And as always, we are talking games and life and games. Thank you guys for being here. Yes, sir. I'm gonna go first.
Go.
You go.
Only because I was a little late this morning, and so I wanted to explain myself to my fellow hosts.
Explain yourself.
Explain.
Yeah, exactly.
Explain
Sorry about
right
that.
now.
For some reason, so me and the wife decided to watch a movie last night.
Awesome.
22 Jump Street.
Oh, nice.
I mean, you know.
Okay.
It was 22 Jump Street. But we kind of started it a little late because our whole day was kind of pushed back yesterday. It was weird. Like, Amara got down for nap late, woke up late. We sent her to bed late. Well, I wasn't really paying attention to the time, so I just like start the movie up, and the movie ends at 1:30 in the morning.
Nice.
And I'm like, oh shoot, I have a podcast to do in the morning.
You're gonna hurt. You're gonna be hurting in the morning.
Right. So I was like, all right. And I always sleep a little on edge when it comes to podcast days because I'm really scared about sleeping in or oversleeping. And then Amara, for some strange reason, wakes up at 4:45.
Oh wow.
And I was like, oh no. So I go upstairs and I'm like rocking her. I'm like, it's okay. She's like, I want to go mommy daddy's bed. I'm like, no, you're not going to go to mommy daddy's bed. We're going to sleep up here, blah, blah, blah. So I'm rocking her. I don't know what time it is. I'm like, okay, rock her. Put her down. I was like, I'll come back for you in a little bit. Okay. And she was like, okay. Falls asleep. Come in here, work on my stories a little bit. You know, I'm 40 minutes early. And then for some reason she starts crying at like 5:20. And so I was like, shoot. So
that's all.
That's what I was handling. I took her downstairs to
Baby's
our
crying.
bed so she could.
Baby's crying.
Baby's crying. Should have gone woke Jenny up. Jenny, baby's crying.
I got a podcast to record.
Oh my gosh, she would kill me.
That would have gone over well.
Yeah, it would have gone over awful. Like nails in the mouth.
It's so funny, man. Every once in a while they get that way, and you're just like, Piper.
Yeah, I'm like, why this morning?
Piper did that at like 2:30 in the morning a couple weeks ago too, and just wouldn't go back down for a little bit. And I'm kind of with you, Gabe. I'm like, no. They're not crawling in bed with us because you don't want to set that precedent.
Right, exactly.
And but I think we did for a little bit, and then when she fell back asleep, I picked her up and put her back in her crib, and she was. Oh, it's just weird.
Amara would never sleep through being picked up.
Yeah. Is she a light sleeper?
Yes, she's like me. I'm a light sleeper, so she's semi-light. I mean, not like we can vacuum in the hallway and she'd be like, ah!
Right.
But definitely like if I tried to and she's upstairs. And so if I tried to pick her up and then go up some steps and then put her in her bed, it definitely wouldn't be happening.
Yeah, she would wake up. So tell us about the new baby.
Yeah, exactly. Well, there's 2 new babies. But also I went to the movies this weekend.
Yes.
To go see the Star Wars 7 trailer.
Yes.
Can we talk about how tastefully done that thing was?
Yes.
I really liked it.
I did too. I mean, that
new lightsaber's dope.
It's so funny to hear everyone breaking down the teaser. I'm like, guys, it's just a teaser. But
it's because you see a lot more than in some teasers. You only get some wind noise and a cape, and then that's it.
Yeah, that's very true.
Well,
actually.
I will say about 15 seconds of the trailer was devoted to fade outs.
Yes.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But we got to see a black guy, and it wasn't Samuel L. Jackson.
That's right. And it's not like a young Samuel L. Jackson because this is following episode 6. So, yeah.
Yes. What is it, 30 years after episode 6?
Yeah.
Are we going to see Billy D. Williams again, too?
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah, me too.
If Billy D is in the movie, that would be incredible.
The bounty hunter got here before you did.
Well, that's awesome.
And we think we saw the main character. I think they're saying the girl is the main character, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't really even want to like surmise as to what like certain things are because I don't want to ruin it if we end up being right. But they think they know who that girl is, but I don't want to say.
My favorite scene in that trailer: X-wings hovering over the water. Oh my!
Oh, that thing was so sick.
Yes.
That was sick.
The CG looked so much better than the Jurassic Park trailer.
You know what?
yes.
I totally agree with you on that one.
That has to be why they rushed that trailer out first, because they were like, nope, not going to look near as good as the Star Wars one, so let's get it out now while nobody has seen it.
Right.
Let's ramp this thing up. That's funny.
I mean, the CG looked like, you know, they say it looks more and more real every time, but that looked seamless.
It was flawless.
You didn't really
So
think
good.
about it.
No, it was flawless. And go ahead.
No, sorry. I was just. I remember staring at it and staring at the water and like, what? Wait, what? Oh gosh, that looks incredible.
It looked so good. And of course, the camera following the Millennium Falcon was just sick. I mean, just sick. I mean,
that was cool.
I think I've watched the trailer at least 2 times a day. At least. I really do. I love that. Like when it comes to Star Wars stuff, like even for the freaking Phantom Menace, I watched that trailer. Like at least 2 or 3 times a day, just because it just gets your blood going.
Man, I tell you what, there wasn't as many lens flares as I was thinking there was going to be for a J.J. Abrams trailer. I was like, where's all my lens flares?
Yeah, J.J. backed up a little bit on the lens flares. I'll take it.
Yeah, exactly. And then, of course, yes, the new baby, the Xbox One.
Yeah.
In the house. And this kind of comes with a story, too. I'm sorry, I'm going to be a long
go
weekend
ahead,
update.
Yeah, go for it.
So it's Thanksgiving night, and we're just kind of, you know, drinking eggnog and, yeah, exactly, half asleep. And my neighbor calls, David, from across my cul-de-sac, the gamer that was my gamer neighbor. And he's like, he texts me, actually. He's like, hey, I'm at Target. Should I get an Xbox One? And me and him have been having this conversation about what really we would play on it and, you know, what exclusives are out right now that warrant buying one, blah, 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 blah. You know, we've just kind of gone back and forth. He's a PlayStation guy. And so we're going back and forth. I text him. I was like, man, I say get it. You know, the price is too good, blah, blah, blah. You know, get Assassin's Creed if you're going to play it. He wasn't really going to play Assassin's Creed, but, you know, you get Assassin's Creed, blah, 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 blah. So then he texts me, he goes, there's one more here. Do you want it? And I was like, oh, shoot. I'm pretty cheap, so I'm not like, yeah, get it. And I'll just, give you 300 and how much that is dollars. And so I call him and I was like, man, I don't know what to do. He's like, look, I'm standing here. It's the last one. I've got 2 in my hand. I can get it for you and give it to you tomorrow night.
Wow.
What were you about to say, Hall?
I was going to say, how much sweat were you covered in at this point?
Yeah, you're like,
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad because I'm not good at, I'm a research guy. And so I'm like research, buy. Do you guys remember what happened last week when we were asked about buying stuff on a whim?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember who was in my story last week when I said I bought that car?
Yeah, your mom.
Your mom.
My mom. So my mom's sitting there in the kitchen and she's hearing me go through this whole progression of should I, shouldn't I? She just turns around. She goes, oh my gosh, just get it. I'll get it. It's your birthday and Christmas present.
Oh,
nice.
I
was like, no way. Are you serious? And she was like, yes, just get it.
Shut up already.
Yeah. And she literally takes the phone from my hand. David, hi, this is Jackie. This is Gabe's mom.
Oh my God, I love her.
No matter what he says, just go ahead and buy it.
I love her.
I'm paying for it.
She is so awesome.
And so this never happens, but I mean, it hasn't happened since I was a teenager, but my mom bought me a console.
There you go.
This last weekend.
That is amazing.
And so, and then here's the story about getting that. Sorry, this is so long.
It's fine, man. It's fine. I'm excited.
Console gets home. Super excited. I don't open it for like 2 days.
You're staring at it.
Yeah, I was just looking at it. I was like,
Put it
oh
on the
man,
shelf.
this is great. Yeah. Is this how this works? And so, I finally like get some time. I'm like, all right, I'm breaking into this thing, gonna play some games, gonna see how it is, blah, blah, blah. Open it up. You know, I'm putting it all on my shelf and getting the HDMI, boom, boom, plugging the thing in, boom, boom. You know, get the Xbox One card out. You know, I mean, the Xbox Live, like 14-day trial thing, getting it going. Sit down. I'm like, all right, let's install Assassin's Creed.
Sweet.
Because it's the bundle.
And it came with Unity and Black Flag, or just Unity?
Yes, Unity and Black Flag.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm like, all right, we're going to see some next-gen greatness. All right, if I could just find Unity or Black Flag in here in this packaging. It's not in there.
Oops.
I bought this Xbox One Assassin's Creed bundle with no Assassin's Creed in it because it's just my luck. So what do I got to do? Disconnect everything. I call Microsoft to see what they'll do. They can't do anything. I call Target. See, I had to call Target the next morning because it was like 11 o'clock at night. And they're like, oh, yeah, bring it in. And I was like, oh. And, you know, those things are packaged so tightly already. Yeah. And so it's like trying to get it all back in there. And then I have to wait for David to come back home because he's at work with the receipt and blah, 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 blah. So last night he gets home at like 5:30. We're going to go out to eat dinner, you know, around 7:30. I'll go over there, get the receipt, package the thing all the way back up. You know, disconnect all the HDMI, the power cord that I've like run behind the, you know, everything. Oh, take it back. They give me zero problems.
Oh, that's good.
Well, that's
swap it out.
Very good and very surprising.
Yeah, swap it out for the new one. And the lady was like, man, this is such a good price because what's funny is not everybody's knows that it came with the $50 gift certificate. So at Target, it was on sale. It was only ringing up for $279.
Oh my God.
And so it's just like, and it was a nice reminder though of like how much I got hooked up because that's such a great price for an Xbox One.
That is a huge, huge deal.
Okay. I'm done.
Nothing else?
You sure?
Was the turkey
there's
good?
one
Did
more
it go
thing.
down smooth?
The turkey always goes down smooth. Right after the podcast today, I go find out if we're having a boy or girl.
Yes, sir. That's what I'm super excited about.
Or twins.
That's exciting. Yeah, we're definitely not having twins. I always reiterate that with the doctor every time. I'm like, so one solid heartbeat. I'm like, one solid heartbeat. I'm like, thank you.
Oh, no, you're going to go there today. Actually.
He's like, dig-a-dum-dum, dig-a-dum-dum, dig-a-dum-dum. Be like, is that 3 heartbeats?
Yeah. What would you do, man? Would you pass out?
I don't know. I probably like, hey, I'll send money. I'm getting out of here.
I could just see you going back to Target. Well, you know, I'm having triplets now, so
I would trade this Xbox One in for another crib.
Well, that's it for me. Good night, everybody.
Exactly. That's my week update next week.
That is funny.
Well, that's awesome, man. Well, good luck today, and
thank you.
And do you leave on tour tonight too?
Yes, it's a busy day. It's a busy day.
Wow.
You're having a blank. All right, honey, see you later. I'll be gone for all weekend.
Exactly. So I'm hoping right after the podcast, I'm hoping Amara's sleeping downstairs. Gonna go play a little Far Cry 4. I went and picked it up at the Red Box last night on the Xbox One. And so it'll be my first game now playing on Xbox One. It's sad that I have an Xbox One, and the first thing I did on it was watch 22 Jump Street.
Nice.
Nice.
So, okay.
I was going to ask you if they have the Comcast app on the Xbox One, but I forgot you don't have Comcast.
Yeah, we have Charter. Yeah, we don't have that.
They might have a Charter app or something.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, you know, they have the little cable that you plug through it.
Yes.
So I watched TV on it
sense.
as well, too, and snapped it to the side and watched everything that everybody else has been doing for the last year. Yeah. So it was
TV,
cool,
TV.
Yeah, my only complaint, and Xboxers are not going to like me very much. That thing is humongous and ugly. I'm sorry. It just is.
It's a VCR.
It's a gold star VCR.
And it comes with a huge brick of a power source.
Oh, really?
Yes.
A power supply. And you're like, what is going on here? It's 2014. I feel like I just got called colored.
How is it bigger than the PS4 and it's not built in? The PS4 has it built in.
I don't know. And it's got fans galore.
Oh, Lord.
Anyway, so
they're really serious about avoiding that red ring thing.
They're about it for sure. So anyway, that's me. Router.
Happy post-Thanksgiving, everybody.
Yes, and post Black Friday, post Cyber Monday.
Yeah, seriously. We got hit with the 1, 2, 3 this past weekend, so it was all good.
Yeah, brother.
Had a really great Thanksgiving. Was over at Lauren's parents. They hosted Thanksgiving, and we just had a great time. Piper had a ball. We had some kids over, so we had little gingerbread houses at Target. They were on sale, so all the kids were making gingerbread houses at the table.
Nice.
And yeah, it was a lot of fun watching football, of course.
Yeah, we had football on all day.
Yeah,
I don't remember. Have they been doing that for a while where football is literally on all day long?
Yeah, pretty much. And
like
it's usually,
from the morning game to the afternoon game to the evening game?
Yeah, it's like Thanksgiving Day parade, right. Detroit Lions, then Dallas Cowboys, then the night game. So, it pretty much goes that way.
That's crazy.
So it was fun. We watched the parade in the morning, and yeah, it was great.
Did you see the I Love Games?
Yes,
girls dancing?
The girls dancing. That was really cool.
I was like, oh, snap. Gaming getting a little love in the Macy's Day Parade.
That's right. That was awesome.
That's a bucket list thing of mine, by the way, to go to the Macy's Day Parade.
To go and freeze your butt off at the Macy's Day Parade?
Yes, or to go get a hotel that I can see the parade from.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, that would be fun. So yeah, a lot of it was I was actually able to relax for a little bit. Didn't really work much, which was good, and played a crap load of Assassin's Creed Unity.
Oh, I forgot. I beat Shadow of Mordor. Sorry.
Oh, yes, you did.
Sorry.
And you loved it. And the final verdict is you loved it.
Yeah, love it. Love it. Great game.
Good. Yeah, I finished AC Unity yesterday.
Oh, nice.
And Uncle Brett fan, you'll be happy to know I used the share button this time.
For the screen grab.
I just didn't, you know what it was? I didn't have all the Twitter permission logins because the password that I use for our MTG cast is super long. So what I ended up doing a couple days ago is I just took a picture of it on my phone so that way. Because my console's upstairs. So I'm like, I'm going down there and grabbing my computer and bringing it up.
You know how hard it used to be to show people screenshots? Like, I remember like the old Nintendo magazines, they'd be like, send us a picture of your high score. So you'd have to take a picture of
Polaroid.
it. Yeah, you'd have to take a picture of it and then go get your film developed. And you use the flash. So when you get the film developed, you can't see it at all. So
that's great.
I remember the Nintendo magazines, they had a little tutorial, like a written page tutorial of this is the best way to take a picture of your high score.
Oh, my gosh.
That's hilarious.
That's really funny.
Kids have no clue.
No, man, really times changed. So I finished Assassin's Creed Unity. My overall verdict is it's a great game.
Oh, yeah?
The story is good. I really like the story a lot. There's a lot more depth to it than previous Assassin's Creed.
Really?
If you have played the franchise before, you need to play this one. It's the first next gen / current gen game. It's beautiful. There's just a lot of stuff that I didn't do and just decided not to do. Some of it, I know they're pushing the co-op stuff. I'm just such a single player person. That's great. If somebody's jumped on, like, I didn't want to jump into any co-op missions until I finished the story. It's just weird. I just wanted to.
I'm the same way.
Go along with the story, complete it, and then kind of go from there. There was a lot of stuff. Like I think if you look, I'm only at like 70% completion because I just did the main missions, and then I focused on the assassin side missions because that's where you get more money, and the main missions is where you get the XP so you can level up a lot more. But I mean, there was still a ton left to do on the map, and I was just like, it's it's stuff I didn't necessarily want to do.
Not platinum.
Heck no! No, I never platinum Assassin's Creed games because you always have to go on multiplayer in order to get one or two of the trophies, and I'm just not going to do it. And a lot of the treasure chests are they're called nomad chests, and I think that's an online and or multiplayer thing that you have to do as well. So I just didn't do any of them, and I'm seeing this trend with Ubisoft where they throw in these other mission stories that really don't have anything to do with the story or the setting. You know how it happened in Watch Dogs with those day trips,
right?
Where they were just kind of weird, and some people were like, "Hey, these are actually really, really cool. I really enjoyed them." They were so out of context with everything else that it just wasn't for me. So I just didn't do them. I'm sure some of them are great. There are a few. Like you can solve mysteries, like you'll come across like a dead body or something, and then you have to use Eagle Vision. They kind of take you everywhere, and I'm like, yeah, that's like I did one or two, and I accused the right person and got extra money, but it wasn't really worth it.
Overall, you weren't digging it.
Yeah, some of the things are just not worth it. My whole thing is getting money so I can upgrade my weapons, my gear, and getting XP. Just because then when you're fighting fools, you can kill them pretty quickly. But it's good story, really beautiful. The free run still drove me freaking crazy. I know that they had said that they changed the parkour and everything, but it's horrible. I just didn't like it because you're running, you're running, and next thing you know, I'm squatting on top of a chair. And I'm like, dude, get. And then you're like, come. I don't know how many times I said, dude, get down, get down, get down, get down. It was impossible.
Like you're talking to the dog.
Yeah, I'm like, are you kidding me? So, like, that was kind of annoying. But if you are a fan of Assassin's Creed, you will like it. It really is. My advice to anybody is do the main missions and then the side missions. And as you're discovering more things, if you like it, great. There is plenty to play on that game. There's lots of things to do. So
nice.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. Other than that, we put up all of our Christmas decorations. We got our tree on Friday night.
Yes, sir.
Piper is just loving all the Christmas lights. We hang garland along.
You hang your stockings with care.
We hang our stockings with care. We hang our garland with lights. And poor Lauren was just freaking slammed this weekend, which was great. So she was working. It's kind of like a one-day vacation for her, but it's an exciting time because there's so many people. Downtown Franklin has just been banging this past weekend. There were so many people.
There's so many people everywhere around here.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. And yeah, so I am after this podcast, I start my Far Cry 4 campaign, and I am super excited.
Oh, yes. You'll love it.
So yeah, I cannot wait. That will be this December will be Far Cry 4 month for me.
I love that.
And there you have it,
Halsifer.
Let me preface everything by saying that Krista has been getting ready for Porter Flea like pretty much for the past couple of weeks.
What's that?
What is that?
So Porter Flea is like a kind of like a gift show that they do here in town.
Oh,
nice.
They do the show twice a year. Krista has a design line that's animal inspired. She does home decor, paper, and pet accessories.
Oh, cool.
She's been doing that for a while, and ever since we kind of took to our own business, like she's had a lot more time to work on it. So she went ahead and applied this year and got accepted to the show.
Nice.
Very cool.
So she's been doing, like, getting stuff ready, and we were going to head up to Ohio on, like, Wednesday night. And she's like working and getting stuff done because the show's actually this Friday, so it's very soon.
Oh, wow.
So she's working and getting stuff done, and it was probably, I would say, like 11:30 at night on Wednesday night, and I was like, "Hon, I don't think we're going. We're just gonna have to get up early and like head to Ohio tomorrow morning for Thanksgiving."
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, "No, we should just leave now because if we get up tomorrow morning and get ready, it's going to take a lot longer. We're going to take our time. We're going to hit a lot of traffic."
Yeah, that's a good
So
point.
I drove all through the night, Wednesday night, which is technically Thursday morning. In the last like 2 hours of the trip, I don't remember any of it.
I was about to say you had been dragging.
Wow.
All I remember is towards the end of the trip, like Krista would just randomly scream to wake me up when I start to doze off.
Oh my god,
it was funny. I'd like start to doze off. She'd be like, "Ah!"
Oh my gosh, that's freaking scary,
dude. I've done those trips up to New Jersey. Like we just like we're like look at each other like let's just go.
Yeah,
and it's kind of cool. I kind of like driving at night. You're just hanging out with the truckers.
Oh, I do too because we hit no traffic. I didn't have to move for any cars.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. How long is that drive?
It's not too bad. It's like 5 hours.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, that's compared to going to New Jersey. Yeah.
Goodness gracious. Yeah.
Not even close.
Yeah. 14 versus 5. That's
it was great.
With you.
But yeah, like, like I said, like speaking of like being tired and not remembering stuff, like, man, yeah, like
it's
towards
just a
the
blur.
end of that trip. Yeah. It was just such a blur. And like, even like getting off the exit, she was like, "Hun, you got to go this way." I was like, "Oh yeah, that's right."
Ah, jeez, you didn't care about anything.
Oh, poor Hall, you go. Okay, let's go this way.
Right. So we spent about 4 days in Ohio because my brother's wedding was this past weekend.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And so we were up there for Thanksgiving, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Thanksgiving was great. My mom always does a great job of kind of pulling the family together, and she makes the best Thanksgiving dinner. The turkey was just freaking, it went down so smooth. Yeah, it was great.
Nice. Nice.
And
how about that sweet potato casserole, brother?
Oh, yeah. You guys remembered. That's awesome. She always makes that for me every year, and it gets better and better every year.
That's awesome.
Pretty cool.
I was eating it out of the dish, like out of the thing it was like made in. I was like, "Oh, this is so good."
I must have had, I want to say, half the bowl of homemade applesauce that was there. Like
homemade applesauce.
I love me some applesauce.
That sounds incredible.
I was housing that thing, and everyone's looking at me like, "Dude, you're gonna be in the bathroom for a while, aren't you?" I'm like, I don't care. It's too good.
It's worth it.
It's totally worth it.
That's funny.
You'll be happy to know I had no problems. Thank you very much.
There you go.
Oh, the next morning, I was pretty much eating that fruit salad out of the bowl too. She makes that really good.
Yeah, that's the good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Leftovers are the best, man.
Yeah.
Any gaming haul?
When we got back, I was able to get some Far Cry 4 in. I really like the improvements that they've made.
Good.
So Far Cry 3 was already a pretty good game. They just had some little quirky things. One of which, I like the driving in the game, but it's really, there's very unpredictable moments because you don't know what the terrain's going to be like. So you could be driving and then all of a sudden you're like, "Oh, I'm getting off the road a little bit," and then you fall down a mountain or something.
Nice.
So I like the improvement that they made where if you are on the map and you make a waypoint, they have what's called an auto drive feature. So if you're like driving any of the vehicles, like if you have a waypoint, you click in the left stick when you're driving and it'll kind of lock you to a road and it'll just take you to the waypoint.
Oh, that's a good idea.
That's sick.
Yeah, it'll take you to the waypoint, which you were going to do anyway. So it's like, it's one of those things where it's similar to like the taxi feature in Sleeping Dogs. But you actually get to do things along the way. So if it's automatically driving you to a waypoint, if you see an event that you can stop and help at, like a karma event, which you guys will know what those are once you start playing, you can actually just pull over. Like you can turn off the auto drive feature, pull over, take care of that, and then hop back on and get going back to your waypoint.
I love that. I can see myself playing at 3:00 in the morning using that and totally falling asleep on the way to the waypoint.
Yeah, I mean it's a way to like kind of it helps you kind of like focus on the other events that are going on around, so you don't have to just focus on driving because you can actually pull out your sidearm too while you're driving.
Yeah,
so like if it automatically is driving, then you can focus on, hey, if I see a couple dudes here on the right side, I can just pull out my sidearm and take care of business. So
cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
You mentioned flaws in Far Cry 3. I don't even remember those. I thought it was pretty flawless to begin with. It's the Far Cry 3 was a solid game. I loved the combat. I thought everything seemed really good, really fine-tuned, which is great.
Well, yeah, then you'll definitely love Far Cry 4 because, like I said, they just kind of tweaked it. Like Far Cry 3 had a frame rate problem real bad on the PS3 and the Xbox 360. I mean, where you would be running and it would bog down to like 20 frames a second. And I wonder if they fixed that for this gen for PS3 and Xbox 360. However, on the PS4, it's just locked. Like, there's just no worries on it at all.
That's great.
Awesome.
And I'm trying to think, like, the car stuff was the thing that I was most excited about them fixing. Everything else is still there. You still got your camera. You can, pinpoint guys and targets and stuff.
Love that.
The new bait feature is awesome because if you don't want to have to participate in battle, you can be pretty smart about the way you can clear camps. So,
oh yeah,
yeah, and they don't push the main missions on you as much as they did in 3 either. So,
oh nice.
Even if you want to mainline it, they still encourage you to kind of check out the other events going on in the world.
So cool.
I mean, it's fun to take care of a lot of that stuff on the map. Usually, I find myself like just kind of driving around looking for things to do more than any other game, and I think it's just because the terrain is interesting. The survival aspect is really cool. So Far Cry 4 is like the setting of the game just makes me want to go out and look at the open world because I don't typically do that in games. So
yeah,
nice.
It's just interesting. You never know what you're going to encounter. I mean, I was, like walking on one side of a mountain and all of a sudden there's a hang glider there. Yeah, so you can jump on it and you're just like flying around the island and stuff. It's just, it's a lot of fun.
That's cool. So I can't wait to dig into it.
Yeah, very cool. More, like I said, more than anything, the open world terrain to me just kind of brings me in more than any other game.
Which is pretty amazing because you are a mainline guy.
Exactly. So typically I would mainline something, but this, like I said, this game just has, it's a big playground and it's an island and it's just a lot of fun, like the kind of events that you run into. And their little slogan for it is every second is a story. Because every time you're going through and doing these different side quests and events and stuff, I mean, you just never know what's going to happen.
So cool.
So I cannot wait to start playing that game.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Good. Is that it, buddy?
One more thing. Last night, we picked up iPhone 6 Pluses.
Ooh.
No way.
They are huge.
Yep.
And that's the thing, like we were at the store last night and the guy was like, well, the Apple had to make bigger phones. I mean, people just wanted them. And I was like, well, and like I've always been a guy that's had bigger hands. So the iPhone 5 for me was so easy to drop because it was just so small.
I'm with you on that.
And I was like, so this is perfect. And then, like I take it out of the box and I get it home and I'm like, okay, well, this is perfect, but it's still freaking huge.
Yeah, it's pretty massive.
Basically, if you're considering it, just at least go to the store and then imagine yourself with a case on it because it's going to get bigger with a case.
Yeah, it's true. Holy cow.
Go handle one.
I love how fast it is. I love the battery life. I mean, like, I haven't charged it at all. I got it home, turned it on. I still haven't charged it. So
wow, that's awesome.
I already downloaded XCOM. Can't wait to play it. So
oh, nice.
That's what's so nice about the cloud. You don't have to pay for it again. You just put it on another device.
Man, we spent a lot of time on catching up, which is good because this is the first time we've actually all talked and caught up since the last time we talked. So it's awesome.
It's the holidays, a lot of stuff going on.
That's right. That's right.
I'm guessing there's a lot of stuff going on except new releases.
Yeah. No
Rowdy,
kidding.
you got it?
Let's do it.
Well, let's do it.
New releases this week. There are 3 to really speak of. The Crew Muscle Edition for the Xbox One, PS4, PC, Xbox 360, and PS3, I believe. Mm-hmm. And here's a creeper, which I am definitely going to be playing, Telltale's Game of Thrones, Episode 1, Iron from
That's
Ice.
out already?
It is now out. Totally didn't remember about that at all.
Wow.
So,
Gabe, have you still not watched that show yet?
No, I've never seen it.
You said you watched The Red Wedding. That's all I remember.
That's all I've watched, yeah.
Yeah. So this, for all of you Game of Thrones fans who are waiting for the next season, this can certainly hold you over. So I will definitely be playing that game. And also Terraria was released for PS4 and the Xbox One.
Oh yeah, that's an older game. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so there you have it. Top selling games, man. These numbers just skyrocketed, and this is even before Black Friday, which is pretty interesting. This was for the week of November 22nd, so this is right before Thanksgiving. A lot of people were buying games. Number 10, Assassin's Creed Unity for the Xbox One.
Mm-hmm.
Number 9, Far Cry 4 debut for the Xbox One.
Ooh.
Number 8,
that's
Dragon
real
Age.
low.
Yeah, but it did 134,000 units. So the number 9 spot is at 134,000 versus like 2 weeks ago, which is the number 9 spot was like 40,000 units. So
number 9 spot was like 4.
Right. So number 8, Dragon Age Inquisition for the Xbox One makes its debut. Nice. Number 7, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare for the Xbox One.
Hanging in there.
Number 6, Dragon Age Inquisition for the PS4 debuts. Number 5, Far Cry 4 for the PS4 debuts.
Oh wow!
That's and number 5 spot, 219,000 units.
Wow.
Number 4. This is where it ramps up. Number 4, Super Smash Brothers for the Wii U debuts, 419,000 units. So we go from 219 at number 5 to 419 at number 4.
Wow.
Number 3, GTA 5 for the Xbox One debuts, 524,000 units.
Lord have mercy.
Number 2, GTA 5 for the PS4. 733,000 units debut.
That's impressive.
I'm telling you, people were buying and buying. But here it is, man. The kicker, number 1.
Minecraft.
You say that almost every week.
So.
If it's awesome. You would think so. Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire for the 3DS.
Come on, baby.
948,000 units in its first freaking week.
That's the Taylor Swift, the Taylor Swift of video games.
It is the 3DS just went to everybody else. Just put the smack down.
I guess it is the Taylor Swift of video games. It comes out with a new game every year or two, and it crushes everybody.
And I will be saying Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire for the 3DS probably for the next couple of weeks.
There you
easily.
go.
Next month at least. So holy cow, people went and bought games this week, and that wasn't even Black Friday week. So pretty amazing. Pretty amazing.
I love that. That's freaking great.
Yep. And you know what? It's so funny. Out of all the top 10, there were only 2 games that were not debuting that week. So Unity was in its second week.
And Call of Duty.
And Call of Duty was in its third week. Everything else was debut. Boom.
Yeah, we're going to be saying Call of Duty for a while.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's not going away. And you know what? With the 360 bundle, we'll probably be saying Assassin's Creed Unity quite a bit as well.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder if those numbers include like bundled games.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, maybe they do because GTA 5 was so high. Like they had the PS4 had the bundle with GTA 5.
I know, but you wonder if it's physical though. Like the bundle in the Xbox One is
I'm
digital.
Sure.
Both games are digital.
I'm sure it's digital.
No, I don't know. Things are going to get weird unless they start tracking digital.
Yeah, they really need to.
I wonder why they don't. It seems like it'd be the easiest thing to track.
I think it's just because like Sony and Microsoft, like they don't feel like they have to give up those numbers.
Yeah, they don't share those numbers.
Why? Just so they can like make them up or something? I mean, why not?
I don't know. Maybe so that because they're trying to convince everybody to go digital, but you know, if they came out and said, "Well, we sold 50,000 copies of GTA 4 digital," you know, like or GTA 5 digital, people are going to be like, "Oh, well, I guess it's really not doing that well."
But that's not the case. I don't think.
Well, like, what is the case? We don't know.
They won't say.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't think we really know.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
because of the
like,
well,
I would think that they wouldn't release numbers if they're depressing.
Yeah, and think of the competitive nature of it too. If 50,000 units of Unity were sold on Xbox One, but like 100,000 was sold on PS4, Xbox One's going to be like, well, we're not giving away those numbers. You know, we want to make everything look good on our consoles. So who knows?
Well, yeah, like I said, like I think they're waiting for the right time when digital starts to be more of a percentage of the sales. I mean, I can't tell you like how many people I've met who still don't like, who have the current gen, you know, PS4 or Xbox One, who still don't know that you can download full retail games.
Oh, I know it. I just don't do it. I know it, and I just don't do it because I'm old schooler. I like going in and we're in getting my copy.
We're in the know too because we keep up with this stuff. But like I'm talking about people that actually don't keep up with game news or anything like that. Like,
oh yeah,
they don't even know that they can download full retail games.
They're like, I thought you could only download demos.
I'd be curious what if any research has been done on physical copy versus digital copy now that it's been a year of almost a full year of next gen consoles. How it hasn't changed that much. I'm sure we'll see some research in the next couple weeks because it's the end of the year on that. I'd be really curious because I would think that the average person, you know, the average family whose son maybe plays games that mom and dad still go out and actually purchase the hard copy box. You know, I don't know.
Well, I could see like parents, for instance. I could see parents taking a little bit of an issue with it. You know, parents who don't game and don't really follow up with that stuff, you know, going to the store and getting a PlayStation 4 or an Xbox One and saying like, well, what do you mean I can't just buy them a game?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like if everything was digital, they'd be like,
right.
You have to actually go into the store on the console.
Yeah. And I've seen a lot of parents too, like at GameStop where they're like, all right, you know, like you're going to have to trade in these games if you want to get this new one, you know?
Yeah,
right, exactly.
If there were ever a situation where you can't do that anymore, you know, I could see parents being like, "Well, what do you mean I'm paying $60 and you just download it?" Like I don't think
it doesn't seem like you're getting your money's worth, that's for sure.
Exactly. Like I don't think that price point has been established yet as a like for the masses as a I'm buying this digitally and that's it.
It is. I think it is still not the norm yet. It still has some time. I don't think people. I think the main hardcore gamers know about it and do it quite often. Mm-hmm. But you know, for me, I don't know. For me, I'm such a storage space junkie. I'm like, I just want to make sure I've got
the same way.
Enough space for everything. So if I can throw it on a DVD instead, I will, because it just makes life a little bit easier. That way, all of the saves that are on my console are gameplay saves versus like 11, 12 gigs of an actual game.
Yeah, plus, and I don't mind putting a disc in a console either.
I don't either. I do not have a problem with that.
Well, owning things digitally, like, it makes sense if there's a good sale. You know?
Yeah.
Like with, I don't know, like iTunes. Like, remember when you would buy the singles on a CD or the singles on a cassette tape and it would be like...
A single?
A single. It'd be like $4 for a single. Do you guys remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then iTunes kind of changed all that because when they first launched it, I think it was like 99 cents for a single.
Yep.
Right.
So people were like, okay, well, I don't own the physical copy, but it's 99 cents. So that's probably like why Steam has the pricing the way they do, where a PC game comes out and 2 months later it's $12.
But think about it, though, too. In using that same example, you're going to buy a single because your phone, your iPad, everything around you has the capability of playing that single instantly. Versus a console where it's stationed in one of your rooms in your house. You're not on it 24/7. You'd have to get it digitally. It makes sense for Steam on a PC because you're probably on your PC a lot more than you are on your console. So you're browsing the web, doing your thing.
Well, and PCs were connected to the internet before consoles.
Exactly.
Well before consoles. So.
Yeah, exactly. So there's that convenience factor of wherever I am, I can have an instant access to this. So, yeah.
Nice.
It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, to me, I think the consoles are still in a media room or in a room somewhere, and you go to that room to play. Versus, I've got my phone or my iPad, I can listen to a song that I just downloaded.
And we have to add that point too. We're not talking about the hardcore gamer. We're talking about the masses here.
Yeah,
the masses didn't jump onto iTunes right away. So it's the same kind of thing. The masses will move somewhat digitally, but unless I don't see it happening as a full, like as a no choice option until they get the price competitive and until it makes sense to the mass consumer.
Of course.
And I like I said, I still think we're quite a few years away from an
I'm
all
sure
digital
we are.
release.
Yeah.
I love the feeling of just having that in your hands, man. Just having that case right there. It's just cool. I love it.
Absolutely. I did that with the Far Cry 4. You know, it's like, oh, riding on the way home. Oh, cool. Yeah, let me take a look at the case or whatever. There was no manual, but
yeah, those days are gone.
Yeah.
This has been a great talk.
Let's like, get into some questions.
Yeah,
exactly.
Gabe's like, this has been a great nap.
Speaking of just Xbox One, digital stuff, Black Friday, it looks like the Xbox One killed it.
Of course it did.
This on
that was
going
to be
Friday.
my jump off story. So,
oh yeah, well let's talk about it. It looks like from a source called Info Scout, it looks like they sold over 50% of the consoles on Black Friday. Like out of all the consoles, they sold over 50% of them. And,
good for them.
And it was like, okay, so how Info Scout works is they track like 200,000 shoppers. And so they compiled their findings over like 182,000 receipts that were scanned and sent into them. So they kind of break it down like that. So of course it's not actual, like, you know, 1-to-1 numbers, but it's a really good snapshot. It's a better snapshot than when people are like, we asked 1,500 people and they say Pac-Man's the best game ever. And you're like, well, who did you ask?
Right.
We asked 1,500 Pac-Man fans and Pac-Man is the best game ever.
Exactly.
Who all wore Pac-Man shirts with their Pac-Man heads.
Oh gosh. So I thought that was really good. I was one of them. And, I think that you couldn't beat that price, man.
No, that's the thing.
It was the price, and PlayStation 4 was full price.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So much so that I went to Target like 2 days ago and they still had the Black Friday price. They were like, whatever, we've still got the bundle thing.
Really? The Target down here took it away. It's back up to $350 at ours.
No, I'm talking about the PS4. Like, the PS4 was not on sale really for Black Friday, so like
nor was the Wii U, by the way.
Yeah, so like with
right.
PlayStation 4, they were just like, oh well, you can still get the games for free. We just don't care.
Yeah, we talked about it last week. I'm kind of with you, Gabe, when you mentioned, Sony, don't get cocky now, don't get, just kind of keep yourself in check here. Because honestly, Microsoft schooled you this weekend.
I know that's right.
But I will say this. I have a feeling that they're, like we've said before, I think their profit margins, they took a hit on the profit of it.
Of course.
But I think they're taking a long-term gamble because everyone's talking about Xbox Ones. No one's talking about PS4s.
Oh, yes. How the tables have turned.
Yeah. So the tables. So I think what this has done
I don't know if the tables have turned. I think they've moved to one side a little bit.
Yeah,
because if you look at that same info, like PlayStation 4 did 31% still on Black Friday with basically no deal.
Right.
And
Seriously,
it's still pretty crazy.
In October, it was still the number one most bought console. So it'll be interesting to see the numbers for November. But this is what I love. This is competition and capitalism at its finest, because the people that are going to benefit the most are, of course, the consumers. So PlayStation is kind of sticking to their guns. They're probably making better profit margins, but Microsoft has reduced their price, taking a little bit of a hit. But the perception of the general consumer now is, I got to get myself an Xbox One because I'm seeing them everywhere, and that's a better price than the PS4.
Absolutely.
So I think the tables are going to turn. Now, the next phase of that whole thing is, okay, how do they keep the install base? Because I know Sony's got some really good first-party games coming out in quarter one of 2015. What's Microsoft going to come out with that could be exclusive too?
Right.
Because I was thinking about it too, Gabe, because when I get my Xbox One, which I'm expecting my wife to for Christmas, I was thinking, what the heck am I going to play? I mean, the first thing I'm going to play, of course, is Halo. But after that, like, the order comes out in February. I've already got that pre-ordered, so I'll go back to my PS4 for that. And what do I do between Xbox One and PS4 from then?
Right.
So it'll be interesting.
I don't know for sure, but I think Halo 5 might be the game that kind of brings the Xbox One to parity, I think. As far as like how many have been sold.
What are our predictions for a release date? Because they don't have a release date yet, do they?
I think it was just a holiday 2015. So the Halo games usually come out in like September.
Gotcha.
So it might be that, or maybe they'll move it to November to compete with the multi-platform games.
I don't know, man. That's getting into Call of Duty month. So who knows?
Yeah.
Yowzers.
September or October, I think.
Yeah. It's going to be this next year is going to be really cool. First full year of next gen consoles is almost in the books, and so now begins the phase of, all right, let's push these puppies and get some great games going, and we get to benefit from it. So it'll be amazing.
Amen. Give us something else, Hall, real quick. Shoot, we gotta go fast.
Steam has released a Twitch competitor.
That's right.
Yeah.
Steam Broadcasting.
Valve.
And it looks like, I think it's, for right now, okay, so you can stream gameplay to your friends or just the general public.
Yeah, it looks like if you have a friend, like somebody on your friends list, you've always been able to see what they're playing, and now you'll be able to click on it and watch while they play. And so I don't know if the default is going to be on or off, but I was like, man, that's a lot of bandwidth for every Steam user. There's like I don't remember how many millions of Steam users. I'm one. I don't play Steam a lot, but I'm definitely a user from back in the day.
You are a user, yeah.
And so it's going to be interesting to see. It's still in beta, but you'll just be able to click and see what your buddy's doing. And hopefully he's not doing nothing crazy.
I think by default I imagine that they'll make it off by default, but I imagine they'll have like a pop-up that'll ask you if you want to turn it on.
Right, of course.
Yeah.
And they'll probably have that pop up every now and then.
I'm just glad they stayed away from the Steam stream and went with Steam Broadcasting.
Steam
Stream.
That sounds bad.
Yeah, it does. It definitely sounds like something you need to get looked at. Assassin's Creed Victory was leaked.
Yes.
Which is kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
Yeah, set in England, you would hope that stuff doesn't get leaked, and of course that just sucks for anybody. I think this is Ubisoft Quebec's first swing at Assassin's Creed, and they forgot how popular it was, and that it's easy for that stuff to get out. And they released, I think Kotaku broke the story, and Ubisoft actually responded to it.
Really?
Yes. They said, because a screenshot and everything came out.
Wow.
Yeah, that's bad. He said, it is always unfortunate when internal assets not intended for public consumption are leaked. And while we certainly welcome anticipation for all of our upcoming titles, we're disappointed for our fans and our development team that, sorry, my thing is jumping all over the place, that this conceptual asset is now public. The team in our Quebec studio has been hard at work on the particular game in question for the past few years, and we're excited to officially unveil what the studio has been working on at a later date. In the meantime, our number one priority is enhancing the experience of Assassin's Creed Unity for players.
Yep.
Here are your pre-order bonuses.
But you know what? It's not terrible because Unity's out. We have this great Xbox One bundle with Unity. Like, I'm seeing Assassin's Creed everywhere, more so than I did on probably any of the other titles. And that's a good perception for Ubisoft, which is great. And then this gets leaked out. It's not the worst thing in the world because really it's a spoiler, yes, but there's still anticipation. It's certainly piqued my curiosity. I'm like, okay, cool.
I know, but I would have wanted a little bump, like let me have my little leak story come out after my game's fallen off the charts. You know what I'm saying? Not like while in the first 2-3 weeks of the new game just coming out, they're like, hey, and look, this new one set in London, the Victorian era. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, remember that they teased Assassin's Creed 3 like early in the year that it came out. So I think they teased it in like maybe February or March or something.
Exactly. It gave us such a bad taste.
No, it's not that. It kind of just, it doesn't break my heart, but it just, I'm just like, it could have been so much better. Because I love that period. I love the colonial, revolutionary period. It's just such a great thing. And I mean, I did enjoy some of the settings and being able to see, just all the landscapes and stuff, but just the story itself was like,
Hopefully they try again. I mean, I could see them doing like an Assassin's Creed in the Industrial Revolution or something.
Yeah, I heard somebody say, I think an Assassin's Creed during the Civil War could be pretty interesting.
Whoa, that'd be awesome.
That'd be good.
I think that would be really cool.
They're probably scared to do something like that. You'd have to tiptoe so much not to offend people.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, but it could also be a way for them to like, there's a lot of people that like hold on to that. So like, basically
like the South.
Well, no, like
exactly.
I'm saying like they have like a respect for the events that occurred because like people died on both sides and they have a respect for the people that died on both sides. So this could be a way for them to respectfully acknowledge what occurred during the Civil War. So
think about it. There could be like a mission where it's because the Civil War was brother against brother. There could be like a family story there, and
that's divided.
Ooh, that could be
dope.
That could tug on the heartstrings as well as killing fools and it's just
Harriet and Frank Tubman. I'm just kidding.
Seriously, even a World War I or II could be cool, but I mean, I don't think they want to go too modern because we have a lot more of those modern shooters anyway. So
yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, now that we talk about it more, I don't know if they could ever do the Civil War because they just have to try very hard not to offend anyone, and that would be a really tall order.
You have to remember though too, every era that they've done, they've offended somebody.
That's true.
That's very true.
The Civil War just is very touchy, and obviously race relations in America are a little rocky at this point.
Exactly.
It's like once every couple of years something flares up and everybody gets bad.
It's true.
But I think that would be awesome. That's a great idea, Router. It's the beginning of the month, and so quickly I wanted to run through this PS Plus and Games with Gold. I don't remember if we did Games with Gold last week or not, but PS Plus for December, Injustice, Gods Among Us, the Ultimate Edition, PS4, that'll be free. Secret Ponchos, PS4, that'll be free. Hitman HD Trilogy.
Ooh, that's you.
Oh, I've played all of them, and it's on the PS3. If it was on the PS4, I'd download it. But it's Hitman 2, Contracts, Hitman Blood Money.
And why is that not PS Now?
I don't freaking know.
I don't think they've released any games on PS Now for a while. Like, I know that EA's going to be releasing some, but like, there's just nothing going on over there. That is a missed opportunity.
You know what's funny? I checked out EA Access. Not quite as banging as I thought it was going to be. Like, it's only like 5. It was only like 5 games. And so I know they like swap out, but it's just like, I think 5 or 6 games. It just wasn't as many games.
Is Dragon Age one of them?
No.
Okay.
Deadly Premonition, the director's cut. Actually, I don't remember. PS3. Final Horizon, PS Vita, and Titan's Attack, PS4, PS3, PS Vita. Games with Gold. I think we talked about this, but we'll go back over it. I'm always disappointed with Games with Gold, but that's okay.
When you said Games with Gold on my end, it sounded like auto-tune. So it was basically
Games
T-Pain's version. Google Hangouts. Google Hangouts is not the best platform, so everything now and then like will get a little weird and wobbly.
It did the same thing for me too.
Oh, that's awesome.
Worms Battle
right at the same point.
Worms Battleground for Xbox One. The Raven. Legacy of a Master Thief, Episode 1. for 360 owners, and SSX. You know, the snowboarding game.
There you go.
What are you going to do? Hall, do you want to give us something real fast, or do we want to get into some questions?
We would be remiss if we did not mention PlayStation's 20th birthday.
20th
today.
anniversary.
Wow.
December 3rd, 1994 is when it came out in Japan. Didn't come to America till 1995, but everybody knows the PlayStation 1.
Yeah, man.
That's awesome.
And they're doing a special edition, releasing the PlayStation 4 in PlayStation 1 colors with the old school logo on there.
I know. I wish I had that.
I kind of love what it looks like. The buttons, I don't know if the controller is back to the old PlayStation with the old PlayStation logo. I mean, it's going to be so sick.
It looks similar to the PS1 controller.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't want to keep calling it PS1. It was just PlayStation.
The PlayStation. And I think they're only making 12,300 of them, because at the thing they showed the 20th anniversary PlayStation 4, and it was 00001 of 12,300. So you'll be able to pre-order it on December 6th. That's going to be banging.
So awesome.
I wish I had. I know, that's right. I wish I could get one of those. I want one bad. All right. Man, that was fast. And we did a lot of talking.
That seems really fast.
Every week we ask you guys a question. Last week we asked you, what do you want for Christmas? And I forgot to put it on Twitter because I'm a loser. And we had a lot going on, Thanksgiving and all that. But over on the forum, because it's always there, that's why you need to come to the forum. Ben Ebig said, Skylanders Trap Team. I grew up with Spyro, and I'm still a kid at heart. Our girl Haley Miller, my N7 sweater, obviously a Mass Effect fan, and time with my family. That's about it. I love that. Spencer Stapleton, the UNSC Spartan. I want a week vacation where the wife and kids. This is funny. I want a week vacation where the wife and kids go somewhere and I stay home and polish off some games from the back catalog. Is that too much to ask Santa for?
Love that.
So he means he wants to send his wife and kids on vacation.
Exactly. That's funny.
Lombax Whisperer said, my wife and I just bought a new vehicle, so I'm out of luck this year.
Oh,
wah, 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 wah.
Enjoy your vehicle, though. That's awesome.
Yeah, at least you're driving. Donnie Reese, he said, I got what I wanted, my first dedicated PC. Now it's a laptop and not top of the line, but I read it's plenty capable of running Titanfall and BioShock Infinite, which is plenty enough for my first hardware. I wonder if I'll like Steam enough to get rid of the PS4. Ooh. I'll tell you what, those deals are better.
Yeah, those deals are definitely better.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Goodness gracious. Thank you guys for the answers to our question. I will work on getting that up on Twitter better. Sorry about that. You guys know where to find us. Twitter.com/MTTGcast. Facebook.com/Married to the Games. MarriedToTheGames.com. Come check out the forum. We are talking it up. It is awesome over there. I haven't been over there in a while, but I went there a couple times this week. And it's just great. It's going. And people are talking. And it's moving. And it's awesome. It's the holiday season, so everything's better right now.
The holiday season.
Let's get into some questions. Oh, wait. Hall.
What's up?
I was waiting for that.
What's up?
Hall. Go ahead.
Hall.
Oh, rate us on iTunes because the Assassin's Creed told you to. I don't know. Wow.
Oh, we threw him off this week.
Yeah, I was totally not ready for that. I forget about it every week, by the way.
I know you do. And it's so funny because your voice changes too, because it goes, yeah. Rate us on iTunes, because it just goes down to like this serious mode. It's really funny.
I love that every time it's usually a question at first. I'm like, Hall. He's like, yeah?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Rate us on iTunes, because every time a game gets downloaded digitally, an angel gets its wings.
There it is.
Hey,
Thank you.
There we go.
Good comeback. Good comeback.
Nice. I love that. Let's get into some questions. I always feel like Tiger Woods, like mid-swing. You ever see when like Tiger Woods early on, he would start swinging and somebody would start taking photos of him and he would stop mid-swing and people were like, look at that control. That Tiger Woods is incredible. He could stop himself mid-swing. That's what I feel like when I forget to go to Hall before. Let's get into some questions.
Nice.
Look, Tiger, you have great control. We all love it. That's awesome.
You have great control. You haven't aged a bit. You look great.
Yeah, exactly.
I just feel all wound up to like have to stop all of a sudden. My voice is like, it's too early to be doing that, Bishop.
All right. Email, Warren Skinner, longtime listener, second-time writer. I have recently noticed while saving up for wedding shenanigans that I spend quite a bit on video games. If someone told you for the next 10 years that they will pay for all of your video games, including systems, what would you spend that extra money on? That's huge. That is a huge question.
Well, I would get more games if somebody was somebody else was.
I know
paying
that's
for
right.
them.
I would go ham on getting games. That's for sure.
For sure.
No, definitely. But so then, if you didn't have to purchase that, how would you spend that money that you would normally? Yeah, me too. I was going to say that.
I'm so boring.
I'd go eating. I would eat out. I would eat out
every
more.
night.
We already eat out all the time.
I know we do too. Now it's like the
Oh my
holiday
gosh,
season.
you'd be chubbier ninja.
Exactly. I'd be the chubbiest ninja.
The mostest, chubbiest ninja.
Mostest, chubbiest ninja of all ninjas.
Of all ninjas. The ultimate mostest, chubbiest ninja. Super
I have
XP.
no idea what's going on right now.
Yeah, it's all good. I think I would probably save for like a vacation or something, or just save it. It's just so boring.
Yeah,
that's some
boring.
old man stuff.
It is some old man stuff. Moving on to Facebook, Mark Boucher, what's your favorite Christmas song / carol? Mine's O Come, Emmanuel. Boom. I like that. You know, I always love like the classic ones too, but one of my favorites recently, because I listen to Holiday Traditions during this time on Sirius XM. It's just a great like Christmas channel. It's got all the old school ones. Bing Crosby's Melikilikilaki.
Oh yeah,
nice.
I love that one. That's in National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Yeah,
you got to sing it.
Melikilikimaka is a thing to say on a bright Hawaiian Christmas day. It's so awesome.
Nice.
I think that's one of my favorites because it's just like I'm driving, I'm like bopping to it. It's just like go Bing, hit it. It's awesome.
I love that. Halsifer,
Carol of the Bells.
Nice.
You got to sing it.
Now, is it the Trans-Siberian Orchestra version?
I like any version of it.
All right, there you go.
When I was in a band back in the day, like we had rehearsed a version of it that we were going to play live, and we never did.
Nice.
Oh, boo.
I wish we would have.
Okay, you got to sing some of the words.
Ha 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 ha. I don't know what to do.
Well, it's because nobody knows the words. That's why I was like, sweet silver bells.
There are no
ding,
words.
ding bells. Yeah, there's bells.
Something bells. Here come the bells.
There are words, right?
Maybe
know.
there is. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure there's words.
Look at the bells. Look at the bells.
Yeah, exactly.
Merry, Merry, Merry Christmas.
Merry
Christmas.
Yeah, there's words.
Yeah,
I gotta go only because I think you got to be a pimp to do something like this. I gotta go A Christmas Carol.
Nice.
Because number one, it's called A Christmas Carol. Like you got to be pretty confident to name your song A Christmas Carol. And I like the Nat King Cole version of it.
Ooh, there you go.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Jack Frost nipping at your nose. Love
if you
that
listen
song.
to those old Nat King Cole recordings, they're immaculate.
Yeah.
Oh
I know
my
the guy who
gosh.
recorded
So
those,
smooth.
and they sound
Really?
Yeah, he's one of
Oh,
the company I used to work for. He's like one of their biggest users. So
nice.
That's
Sweet.
really cool. Great question, Mark. Thanks for that. Our boy Paolo, what video game characters would be good to have as your wingman? Bonus question, who would most likely steal your crush?
I know that's right.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think Nathan Drake would be pretty good.
Yeah, man.
That's funny.
I think Delson.
Oh,
He'd be a good wingman, and he would steal your girl.
And he totally would. That's a great
It's
call.
Mr. Steal Your Girl.
Delson, man, that's a good call right there.
Yeah, I like him. He seemed like witty, and he'd be able to help out if you got in a
And then
jam.
he'd steal your girl.
And then he'd steal your girl, yeah.
Yep.
Hall?
When the question asked for wingman, like I instantly thought of Star Fox because you had Slippy Toad as your wingman.
Well, there you go.
Like,
I don't know
but it
how
was
great
an
that is,
actual
but
wingman. Like,
Yeah. This is if we were not married and we were single and we had a wingman, I believe.
Exactly.
they
I
would
never had a
probably not
wingman.
be Slippy Toad then.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would be talking to
don't.
0 females.
I think you would be alone for quite some time. God, I couldn't imagine dating now.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
so weird.
It'd be a lot of work.
Thank God we're married.
I know that's right. Be like, hey, girl, so you want to go to
You wanna go-
Applebee's? It's like, no, I don't. Okay, never mind.
All right.
Hey,
you want to
girl
play some
over
video
here.
games?
Want to go to Chili's?
You want to go to Captain D's?
Yeah, think about stretching out tonight. You want to go to Logan's Roadhouse?
Oh, that's awesome. All right, moving on to Twitter. Ivor Orchard, at Ivor Orchard. I'd like to see a next-gen time travel game or a female-only team-based superhero game. What are your thoughts? Both sound awesome.
Yeah,
I like
sounds great.
the female-only team-based. That'd be amazing. Superhero
Yeah.
game? That'd be pretty incredible. I
I
played
think
a little.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, I played a little when Arkham City came out. You could play Catwoman. She was,
that's right.
She was awesome in that game. Like
Yeah.
she kicked people's butts,
It was,
man.
it was
She was great.
more fun to play her than Batman. So
Yeah,
in my
it was really
opinion.
cool.
I like both those ideas. I think we should wrap it into one.
Time travel,
All
female
female
based
superhero time traveling game.
dude. That sounds awesome.
That'd be really cool. And then we
I
could
like
go
it.
back and impress all the people with these strong women in earlier times. Be like,
Yeah,
a woman can't wear pants. She has pants on.
Yeah. That's
Like
right.
that's
Nice.
right, Jack for 2014.
Whoosh.
Your ankles are showing.
At Arctic Warlocks. I'm in Vegas at Autodesk University Conference.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
What's your favorite Vegas resort / casino and or gambling game to play? Man, that is one trip that I want to make is go to Vegas. I've been once, and it
You've
was
never done it?
No, I've been there for 24 hours when I was road managing, and but that was it. Like, and Lauren was like, she's like, she's not a big gambler or anything like that, but there's so much to Vegas now, more to Vegas than just that, and I'd love to take her there just to go, and I bet we'd have a ball. So I don't know. I would probably want to stay. Shoot. I don't know. Gabe, you go first because I know you've been there more times than I have.
Well, he was
yeah.
asking like gambling based game. Like I think he was saying more than brick and mortar game, like video game maybe. That's what I got from the question.
No, he says, what's your favorite Vegas resort casino and gambling game to play?
Oh, okay. So like actual game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm still going to answer it the way that I thought.
Yeah,
and,
you go
and
for it.
also give the real answer.
Go for it.
I haven't. I mean, Krista and I haven't been, and I hadn't gone like before we got together. We've been like planning a trip like for a while. Like we were like every year we'll be like, okay, this is the year that we need to go to Vegas or something like that, and we just still haven't done it. So like, I would love to hear recommendations on resorts to go to.
Yeah.
But blackjack is my game.
Yes.
And my video game, there was a game on CDI, and I cannot remember the name of it. I think it was just Caesar's World, like the
Nice.
game.
Oh,
for
yeah.
CDI. And like, I fired it up recently because I was like, okay, I'm going to go back to this and see if my memories are as good as I like had felt about that game back in the day. Because I used to go to my grandpa's house and he had the CDI, and I was like, "Oh, this is amazing! This is so expensive. I'll never be able to own one." So
right.
Like, I would go to his house and play it, like when we were there. And I just remember playing Caesar's World as a kid and having a lot of fun with it. So I loved that game.
There you go.
I started it up recently, though, and I was like, wow, this looks terrible on an HD TV. I can't play anymore.
Yeah, I was going to say, I can't look too good right now.
No.
Right. I'm going to go with Caesar's Palace.
Yeah, I hear good things about Caesar's, yep.
Because it's kind of like smack dab in the middle of everything, and it's huge. It's got a Max Brenner in there, which is an amazing restaurant. My New York people need to go check it out. I don't know where else Max Brenner is, but there's definitely one in Vegas. He's called the Chocolate Man. The desserts are incredible. And then my game is craps.
Really? You're a craps player? I didn't realize that.
Which is so black. I'm sorry.
Can you tell me why that game is called craps, by the way?
Well, that's the name of what happens when you crap out. Yeah, so I think they just call it craps.
I thought you were saying like when you say, oh, crap.
No. So craps is my game. I love it. I think it's got the second best or the best odds in the house because you can really win on everything. And so I think it's got like a 48% in your way, which is really, obviously doesn't give the house much percentage over you. And then the Bellagio is where I like to go play.
Yeah, nice.
Because it's the Bellagio. You know what I'm saying?
That's awesome.
It's pimpish.
Gosh, with that name, it just sounds fancy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's where Ocean's 11 went down. I mean, come on.
That's right. I think I'd do the same. I think I'd do Bellagio. My game is either Blackjack or Texas Hold'em.
Blackjack used to be my game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to have to check out this.
And then craps overtook it. It's awesome.
Oh, craps.
Well, and it's like really team based. And so like there was times where I've like, me and my buddy would go play and he would like, win somebody at the end of the table $150 and the guy would just throw him $25 like appreciate it, like you kind of like it feels very all together because everybody's trying to beat the house
because you're trying to beat the house and all of you are trying to beat the house, so you kind of help each other out. Now
exactly.
Are you the one rolling the dice?
I like rolling the dice, okay, but I don't have to roll the dice.
There you go.
I definitely have passed a couple times like, no, it's good, somebody else go.
Yeah.
And but I'm not a huge gambler because I don't like losing money cheap.
Yeah, me neither. I'm with you. Good question. Let's go to Vegas now. That's a great idea.
I know that's right.
Live from Vegas.
No, that'd be awesome.
Married to the game. If we did a live show from Vegas, we'd still all be like,
You'd hear
so tired
in the background.
I've been up all night.
Yeah.
It'd be the same show, just different location.
Exactly. All right, moving on. At Ed Placencia, where do you hide the Christmas gifts you buy for your spouse, child, dog? ? I'm sure my wife is not listening, so there's a closet in one of our bedrooms that I use, and we kind of have assigned areas.
In your bedroom?
No, not in our room. In the front room, like the front guest bedroom. So
okay.
We have we have an assigned area that each of us know about, and we just don't bother. Like we just avoid those areas if we need to. So that's where we put them in.
Since I live really close to one of the guys in the band, Dave Wyatt, our keyboard player, I send all my stuff to his house.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And then I'll go get it later.
That's a really good idea.
He'll send stuff to my house. Yeah. Hall?
I think it's kind of the same thing as router. We just kind of have designated areas, and we're just like, I'm holding your gifts in here. Yeah, don't go in there.
Yeah, don't go in there. That's
nice. We're pretty good at hiding stuff from each other. Like I've never had to be like, don't look in there,
Right.
Also, too, we get them wrapped as soon as possible, so like they'll be presents sitting under the tree pretty soon, I'm sure.
Oh, nice. I love that.
Yeah, I mean it's cool because it's like a decoration basically.
Yes.
I'm going to see Ed this weekend. I'm very excited. Going to be up in Pennsylvania.
Cool. Oh, that's amazing.
We'll take a selfie.
He's in Cali right now. on a
That's
vacay,
right.
but I think he comes back today. So yeah, please tell him we said hello.
He was like, I'm right outside of Naughty Dog. I was like, are you kidding?
Oh.
He was like, I'm right down the street at a coffee place. I was like, go see if they're doing tours.
Seriously.
He should have tweeted at him or something like, hey, would love a tour. It'd be a great Christmas present.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. At Delvin Cox, how far are we from a society where pen and paper is obsolete? It seems like everyone uses a tablet nowadays. Now, my wife, who owns a paper store, stationery store, would argue that it's not going away. But it's very true that the tablet era is here. I think personally writing something on pen and paper is so much more special and more meaningful than sending an email. But I don't think,
my love.
I don't think. Oh, Lord, my love.
I think everybody just does the Facebook thing now, like Facebook Happy Birthday.
Exactly.
Facebook season's greetings.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I think obviously handwriting something is definitely dying, but like you're never going to get around invites in the mail.
No,
those are the
exactly.
best.
Yeah.
Those are the best.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I think it's different though in the South, because the South does like to write. Like I have a buddy born and raised in the South, and if I give him a gift for his birthday, within 2 days I get a handwritten note from him. Like that's how he was raised. I think that's awesome because it just adds a nice personal touch. Would I do it? Probably not.
I think it'll come back. I was going to say, I think it'll come back because I think at that event this weekend, like Porter Flea, like a lot of vendors have stationery stuff.
Yeah.
So I think that a lot of like writing will come back just as vinyl's coming back.
Yes.
Like writing stuff on paper will come back.
That'd be awesome.
So
that would be brilliant.
Penmanship will be terrible though.
Oh yeah, mine is horrible, and that's probably why I don't write as much as I do.
Yeah, I definitely look like I write with my feet.
I write with my feet.
I feel like I write okay, and I was going to say like I would not discount your penmanship because you, like both of you and I, like we grew up in a time where you had to write.
That's true.
Like, I don't remember having to submit typed papers until like the very end of high school, like maybe like 11th grade.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, sure.
It's like, and nowadays, like they don't do any of that. Like I have a younger sister who's 11 now, and she said, "Yeah, we have Chromebooks. Like everybody has them. Nobody writes anything down."
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Yeah, I thought that was crazy.
Interesting.
Good question.
All right, we're gonna wrap this up soon. At Corn Coblin. I like that. That's Garrett Delosier.
Corn Goblin.
At Corn Coblin. That's really cool. I like that handle. That's great, Garrett. Nice. I'm pretty sick of unfinished games being rushed out and needing multiple patches. What happened to quality control? # fix it. I think it's one of those things where because we're now in, I feel like I broke a record today. We're now in our first full year of new consoles. I think this first year I kind of expected some things like this to happen because I'm sure there's some unexpected issues to deal with.
Growing pains.
Growing pains. I think it's going to get a lot better. And I'm with you. It sucks that these things happen, but you know what I want? I do want developers to take their time on it. I know there's a lot of pressure to get it out at certain points of the year. That makes sense. However, if it's not done right, you're better off delaying it and having more anticipation and spending more time building the hype for it while you're perfecting it versus trying to throw it out there when you know it's not finished and having a break and having a lot of people mad at you.
Yeah, man, I'd love to say that I think it's growing pains, but I think it's going to get worse or stay the same.
Really?
And I'll tell you why. Well, I think when you have an out, you use it. And so this is the only area where you can fix something after you've released it. You can't like, hey, and here's some new cars, and hey, bring them in next month because we got to update some stuff on them, but you can drive them for now. Or, here's some music. We're going to change it a little bit, update it so we can change the mix, but here you can have the music today. Or here's a movie. Next week it'll be different, but for those people that go see it on opening night, it'll be this version. And, it's like one of the only things that I see out there that can be changed after it's out. And so I think if you have an out, you'll use it. And I think it's like just kind of human nature. And I think if they took that away, like, hey, no more patching, then obviously they'd be like, oh, okay, we need to bump our game back 8 months. And you would see more of that. But I think as long as patching and all that's around, which it'll stay around, I don't think it'll get any better.
I don't think it'll get better, but I think they need to bring in like a contracted post-release team that supports the game as much as possible so that there are no bugs within a month.
But that's what the QA guys are supposed to be. The quality assurance guys. I mean, they're playing the game the whole time.
But they're not going to catch everything because once it gets out to 1 million people, like with one of my clients, for instance, like they'll beta test with like 10 to 20 different people. But once they send that software out to the masses, like stuff still comes back broken.
Yep.
So it's just everybody uses it a different way, plays a different way. Like it's just, you can't account for everything, unfortunately.
Well, and think about it this way too. Like everyone was having frame rate trouble with Assassin's Creed. I never had that issue. I had long loading times, but I didn't have bad frame rate drops. So that's just one console. Like think about a million consoles. You know, not everything's going to be uniform.
And and maybe it was that like those people that were getting the frame rate issues were doing something a certain way, but you just don't do it that way. So like maybe they were really good at parkour and it was causing the system to have to catch up with them.
Yeah. Or like they stuck to the crowds where I run on the roof a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. It's exactly that. You can't account for that stuff, but I definitely agree that developers should not get more lax about it. And it feels like they are lately.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Is it laziness or is it honestly like, oh crap, I forgot to include this code in here and that's going to break this?
I think it's just because they can. That's what I'm saying. Like they can release broken games and then fix it.
You're right. They have an out. I respectfully disagree. I don't think it's going to get worse. I think consumers are going to demand that it be better. Otherwise, they're not going to buy your game.
Well, I'll still buy it.
Well, because you got to remember, like there are still people that pop in the game and say, "No, I don't want to update. I just want to play.
Right?
Hurry up."
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, sure. That makes sense.
But yeah, this is a good that's a good question and good argument. We can continue down the road, and I'm sure we'll be talking about this more and more as more games come out. I'm very curious about first quarter 2015 to see if all these delayed games like Bloodborne and The Order and see how everything comes together there. That's
a great question because it affects like the score of the games too. Like with Assassin's Creed, like most of the qualms and the reason that game got a low score was due to bugs because you had a great time with it.
Yeah.
So it had to have been almost as good as 4. Yeah.
Well, you know what's weird is that I feel like it was the bugs and then the fact that 4 was so good. That Black Flag was so good.
Sense.
Black Flag was so
Black
good.
Flag took it to the ocean and you had the boats and then all of a sudden you don't. And people are like, oh, where's the boats? You know what I'm saying? Like, where's that other thing instead of just running in the building, running amongst the people? This feels like 1 and 2.
Yeah. That's exactly right. Oh, that's a really good question. All right, we're over, so I'm going to leave us on a really nice note. At Sith Nightmare, how about that Star Wars teaser? Love the saber.
No, that's right.
Love the saber, X-Wings, and that Falcon scene. Can't wait till next year. Amen to that.
I am not worried at all because it will not be as bad as the prequel trilogy.
I agree.
There's no way.
It cannot
There
be.
is no way.
There is no way. So
unless Jar Jar is in it somehow.
Oh, God, please, no.
How did Jar Jar live through 4, 5, and 6 to end up in 7? I'd be mad.
He was in hibernation.
Wait a second. Did they put a scene with Jar Jar in like the original trilogy, when they went back and added all that stuff?
I think
he might be an Easter egg somewhere or something like that.
I think he walked by somewhere. Maybe, I think it was around Mos Eisley or something like that.
It's like in A New Hope when they added that whole scene where they're like flying into Mos Eisley and it looks terrible because it's all CG.
By the way, did you see the Star Wars teaser trailer, the George Lucas version?
Oh, that was hilarious.
But I need to see that.
Yeah, Hall, please YouTube it. It's hilarious.
That one and the Lego one is really good. The
Lego one's
really
great. Yeah. That's good stuff.
Man, well, thank you guys so much for the questions. We love interacting with you guys. It's one of my favorite parts of the podcast.
My least favorite part is starting.
Is getting up for it.
But by this time in the podcast, I'm so happy to be talking back and forth with you guys. It's so much fun. I'm going to stay on the Christmas thing for the question of this week. What was your worst Christmas present you ever got?
Nice.
Worst Christmas present. Can you think of one, Router, off the top of your head?
I got black dress socks when I was younger.
That's awful.
And I'm
that's
like,
awful.
I totally pulled like the Christmas Story scene when the kids like look each other at the shirts and then throw them behind their backs. That's pretty much what I did.
Paul?
I was going to say black dress socks. Those are so useful, though.
I know.
Yeah, but not for Christmas. That's for a Wednesday.
But not
Kids
when you're
don't
a
want to
kid.
get clothes, yeah.
But not when you're a kid. Clothes are the worst gifts to give a kid.
Like now, I want to get clothes, but
Yeah.
not
I don't.
back then. Man, I don't. It would have had to have been just clothes, like ones that I was like, well, I wouldn't have picked this out, but thanks.
But thanks. Do you
But,
still have the receipt?
as a kid, I was always grateful, so I was like, clothes.
Yeah.
I can use these.
Yep.
I couldn't think of a bad gift that I've gotten, even though I know I've had to have gotten a bad gift from like my grandparents or something like that. Send like, when I was 12, send me a clock or something like for your desk. You're like, oh, thank you.
Thank you.
But me and my brother, and I don't know why my babysitter let us do this, but it was Christmas time and we were like, we're going to go get a present for mom. And, we went out and we bought my mother a, broom.
Oh, what did she say? Please tell me it was something good.
like kitchen's dirty.
That's amazing.
So she was pretty disappointed. But
sure. But she was like, "Oh, look, a weapon."
Exactly. And because the way it was wrapped, it's like obviously a broom.
It's so
worst
awesome.
present ever.
That is so great, dude.
It's hilarious.
I'm gonna give Lauren one for Christmas to see what she says.
Please do that. Videotape it when she burns the house down.
That'd be amazing.
You're going to have to wrap it in such a way that she doesn't know it's a broom. Just get a big box.
Big, huge box.
She's like, what is this, a cello?
Yeah, right.
You're like, no, it's a broom.
That's amazing.
Oh, my gosh.
I love it.
Thank you guys for giving us a little time of your week. We appreciate you guys listening so much. Use hashtag #AnswerMTTG, or of course it'll always be up on the forum to answer the question. Don't get your mom's brooms this year for Christmas. That's the moral of the story.
Yeah, I think so.
That's the title of the episode, Brooms for Christmas.
Brooms for
Nice.
Yeah, I agree. Can't get any better than that.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. I am Gabe Patillo. That is Tim Router. That is Timothy Hall. And we are married to the games. And we are up out this thing. I'm going to go find out if I'm having a boy or girl. Peace.